Alright, now that I have my hole drilled in the center of my clock, I'm ready to install the clock movement, which looks like this. And so you'll need a number of things here. You'll need to get a clock movement from me, a hanger, a rubber washer, this hex nut, this circular nut, this brass washer. You get to pick out what hands you want. I have a variety of them in this box. For this style, I wanted this. It's black on one side, white on the other side. You can choose which color you want. And if you want, you can grab one of these brass second hands. So you'll also need a wrench. It's a 10 millimeter wrench. So you use this side that's 10 because that's the size for this nut. And then you're ready to go. So what you do is take your clock, and we want to put this hanger on first. So the hanger goes like this so that it can hang, and it's important to know which way 12 o'clock is, and that's at the top. You can see there's a little notch here that goes into, so it goes on like so, and it fits into that little circle right there. And then you're going to put this black rubber washer on, and then you're going to feed this in, and you want to make sure you know where 12 o'clock is. For me, 12 o'clock is up here at the top. You can turn that a little bit afterwards, but it's good to just have that idea before you start. The next thing that goes on is the brass washer, and then the brass hex nuts. You can start this with your fingers and get it going. Might need a little bit of help because it's new, and screw that down to the bottom. And then I'll take my wrench here and tighten it. Now this is where it's important to put the top of the clock, which is here, at wherever you want 12 o'clock to be. So you could change that later on if you want to, but wherever you tighten this down at right now, that's where the clock's going to read 12 o'clock. So I'll get that tightened down. There we go. Got that nice and snug. It's at 12 o'clock. Then I'm going to start to put my hands on. I think that the white hands look better on this one. So first you put the hour hand on. Then on the minute hand, you can see that there's two flat sides to that. So you want to make sure that you are putting that in the right way. So look closely at that, and it should slide on like that. You push it all the way down. And then there's this small circular nut. And hopefully you don't drop it on the floor like I just did. Found it. And that screws on to hold the minute hand on. Yep. I'm having a little bit of trouble working under the camera here. There we go. There, tighten that down. And now if you want to, you can add a second hand as an option, but it's not necessary. And you can see that that goes on the inside. There's a shaft on the inside of the clock movement that pushes into. All right, so now when it's finished, you might need to tighten that down a little bit more. You can check that, but you want to start your clock out at 12 o'clock. So you look at where 12 o'clock is on the back of the clock, and you start everything there, and then you use this here to set the time. And once you add a battery, it'll tell time.